Welcome back to Callie's in the Kitchen. I will be doing a 3D bloom on this wonderful large poinsettia mold that you can purchase from eBay store or Pouring Your Heart Out. I will be using the Bloom pigment paste. I'm going to put a little butterfly in the center, some charcoal gray holographic glitter on the edge, and Octopus Ink Bloody Mary and fuchsia. I would love to take credit for color combo, but I am weak in that area, so those are Miss Julie Cutz's color combo. I will get my resin ready and we will move on. All right, so I have mixed my glitter from Laura's Art Corner, the charcoal. I'm going to attempt to pour a very thin layer just on the edge. And how I do that is that I squeeze my cup really tightly, because this glitter is still going to spread in the center anyway, so I'm trying to sort of minimize as little as possible. And it's okay that it's not perfectly on the edge, because I'm going to be pouring clear resin in the center and it'll push it. Now I may have made too much of this mixture, but I'm learning my lesson that it's better to have more than not enough. So this one I did about 30 grams. So next time I'll probably just only do 20 grams to line the edge of this poinsettia coaster mold. I'll just go in just to sort of fill in where it might be thin. I'm not going to mess that. That's a little that's going to be a little maneuver there that I don't know if I'm confident enough to do. So, and of course I drop in the center. Oh my God, I've got so much left. I might pour that into another mold. In fact, I'll do that on my handy dandy geode coaster mold. I'll pour it in there and then I can figure something else to do with it. Okay. So while I do that, I'm going to clean up that little bit there. Maybe I don't. But I will. And you're not supposed to clean your molds too often, especially with water. You should be using a tape to get rid of any debris or excess stuff that you have. But I'm just going to do this fast here with some alcohol ink. I mean alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Okay. So I'm going to now pour into the center, making sure that I leave at least 30 grams for my Bloom pigment paste. So I'm going to do that first while that clear ink is spreading. Yay, I had 30 left over, so that's good. So I will use up the rest And this is also good because I'm also letting my resin heat up some more for my bloom. I know you're supposed to decant at 35 Celsius, but I'm going to do it right now. I mean, I decanted at about 32, but I'm letting the rest of the resin in the cup for the bloom get to be a little bit warmer. And then I'm going to torch the surface. Now I'm going to do the fuchsia first, and I hope I picked the right butterfly in the center. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3 drop, only because this is a bigger mold than what was in the video. And then I'm going to follow where these sharp points are for my next color. So that's there, and then there. This one's right there. And then I do that. And right there. I'll let that settle for a bit. Bloody Mary color. And sort of do on the, oh shoot, I was supposed to do the fuchsia. Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes. Oh well, wasn't paying attention. Now I'll make up for it by putting it here, here, here. Okay, I'm just gonna let that do its thing. Isn't that interesting how it creates this shape, and it's just because of the shape of the mold. Now I'm not going to swirl the inks. I'm just going to leave it that way. I'm thinking I might put a little bit more because this is a bigger mold. So I might use maybe a different color. What should I do? I think I'll go get another color. I'm going to use a little carrot octopus ink to keep it in the vein of reds. So this time I'm going to follow that. So the curve is what I'm following. So I'm going to let that seep through. I'm not going to swirl it. I will get my piping bag ready and we shall draw some flowers. So I've just placed my bloom paste mixture into my piping bag, and I'm going to attempt to petal the way it was done in the video of Miss Julie Cuts. It's a little different than what I'm used to, so we shall see if I'm successful or not. I think I needed to tape. Okay, let's see, is it coming out? Okay. Okay. So, we're going to go like this, like that. So it's supposed to be thick and then light, thick and then light. Not sure if I'm doing it. I feel like my stream of white is really thin, so I'm actually going to have to fix those blobbies. Maybe if I do that, there we go. That's better. Do the top there. Now before I get too carried away or too down the road, I'm just going to try and adjust these blobbies. These blobbies are kind of a no-no, but sometimes they add a little texture to your petals. So it's a matter of preference, and it can't be helped sometimes. It's just the way that it goes. So I will continue, and I think I'm going to do the sort of continuous movement. Now I'm noticing that my stream, if you notice, the bloom is really thin, so I'm hoping it'll spread still. Okay, there needs to be some here. I'll do the outer edges in a minute, so I want to take care of the major part of the bloom. Never bloomed it so thin before. Yikes. You know, there's always the safe bet of the spirals. Technique, but I wanted to try something different, so I'm going to go here for one. Try and make a continuous one there so that I don't forget. I try to fix the blob as I go along. You can see my bloom is already sort of spreading, which is so cool, and that's that product, that bloom paste. Let's see, should I? That looks really, ooh. Looks really blobby there. Oh well. Maybe if I put, I don't know why that happened there. Let's do this. Maybe that might eliminate that a little bit. I have so much Stell left over. I hate to waste, so I'm gonna do some more. Maybe smaller ones. Oopsie boopsie. Try and get that one out. Feel free to fast forward or stop, because when I finish this, I'm going to let it sit, cure, and then I will put a top coat on it, because I think blooms look terrific when there's a top coat, is my feeling. They just look so much more finished that way. And it gives a great background. I'm just doing this because I hate to waste my bloom paste. And I'm trying not to make my streaks too thick or too thin. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, because the ends of the petals are sort of suspended. So we shall see. Oh, doggone it. Okay, I think, can't see where else, but it is spreading. So I'm going to leave it. And then I will cover this piece, and later on I will put a top coat, which I will not videotape. It's basically, you take your resin that you've mixed and you put a color of choice above. So the next time we meet will be for the demolding. Thank you. Alrighty, it's the next day. My resin has cured. I was actually going to shape it into a bowl, but I didn't pour the top layer or bottom layer soon enough for me to wait to shape it into a bowl. You have to time that right. So we just get to see how this 3D bloom has turned out. Okay, are we ready? Oh, yes. That turned out rather prettily. I think it's like similar to Pouring Your Heart Out video, latest one on her 3D bloom, of doing the pedaling that way. So I'm very happy. I hope you like it. I hope you like the process, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.